I admit it openly. I love Klaus Kinski. There's never been anyone like him before or since. Now, I know in real life he was a shit. I know this, but movies are not real life, and to me, he's endlessly fascinating to look at. He was an astonishing actor when he cared, and he was a grotesque train wreck when he didn't. I love both versions of him. His last film, the one he edited, wrote, and directed, his dream project, was about the violinist Paganini. It's also known as Kinski Paganini from 1989. It's been released in this gorgeous Blu-ray version by Vinegar Syndrome. The film has been shat upon ever since its release, and that's a shame, because you want to know something? It's really quite incredible. It's a fever dream of the last days of Paganini's life with a dizzying array of cuts and flashbacks that connect in all kinds of weird ways, not linear, but like a nightmare, like a landscape of depravity and beauty. The soundtrack, provided by violin virtuoso Salvatore Accord, is a revelation. The film is steeped in Paganini performances, and it's nothing less than mesmerizing. The backstory to the film's creation is pretty incredible too. He made a 3-picture deal with Italian producer-director Augusto Caminito that included 1988's Nosferatu in Venice, which is a beautiful disaster of a movie, Grande Cacciatori, and Paganini. Of course, he drove everyone crazy with his obsessions and his demands. I mean, this is Kinski, right? He had tried to get Werner Herzog to direct his script, but Herzog said, "This is unfilmable." Kinski felt he was the reincarnation of Paganini, and he was totally obsessed to the point of insanity with this idea. Herzog has often stated that during the making of Cobra Verde, Kinski was so lost in his Paganini obsession that he was almost unreachable. In My Best Fiend, Herzog's documentary on the relationship he had with Kinski, he speaks of how Kinski was just burned out. His death scene in Cobra Verde was literally the death scene of his life. But no, I'm telling you, in Paganini, he truly accomplishes that. It's one long death scene that intertwines Kinski and Paganini in a way that's totally unique, scary, and riveting. They were both obsessed with young girls, and it's covered completely in the film. Kinski died 2 years after its completion. The film will be hard going for anyone who needs their films to be linear, but if you look at it as a fever dream, it will flow like wine. The Blu-ray extras are phenomenal. Fantastic interviews with many of the principals still living, and it's filled with Kinski stories that cement his legend as a lunatic, but also as a great artist. The crowning jewel of this package is the behind-the-scenes footage of Kinski directing. Oh my God. I was in heaven watching this. I didn't even know this footage existed. You even see him, get ready, you see him directing himself performing cunnilingus on his actress. It's fucking beyond description. But you also see how engaged Kinski was, how intense he was. Oh, I'm telling you, it's a joy to see him directing. This madman of the cinema. For us Kinski fans, this release is heaven. Wow.